Welcome everybody to the kitchen table. My name is Robert Sarazin Blake. This is the kitchen table. This is our third episode here, coming to you live from the most northwest corner of the most northwest city of the most northwest state in the lower 48. That is Bellingham, Washington. We are locked down. We are quarantining ourselves, but we are celebrating the social distance by sending some music out to you wherever you are. We got a great show today. We have Caleb and Reeb coming in from Portland in a little while, but we're going to start off with me playing a few songs, and of course we're going to start with a few candles. We all know that this got a little troubled last week, so we've changed the situation. If you're wondering what happened last week, well, I want to let you know we are posting these episodes up to the website, robertsarazinblake.com. We have episode 1. You're going to have to wait for episode 2, which I think we could quite frankly agree is called the candle issue. But let's see. And then this episode 3 here where the candle issue is resolved. And we are going to light the candles here. We're using matches from the one and only John Elliott. He has a podcast called Audiodes. So we got this here. Audiodes are Audiodes. Get that a little closer to the And we're going to light the candles here. We have lost people in my town. I know we're losing people all over the world. 11 people is the count in my town, and there's probably some people in your town too. So I'm going to light a candle for those that we've lost. We're going to light a candle for those who are suffering at this time. Oh man, the candle episode appears to be making a repeat visit here. Okay, well, let's just not worry about it too much. I came prepared this time. I've got a lighter. I got this lighter at my very first gig of my first German tour. This is the first year in 5 not going to Germany. This is from a bar called Zur Kleinen Hexe. So once again, this is going to take a moment here. This is a candle we're lighting for anyone who is suffering. You've lost your job, you've lost your income, you're not seeing your friends. If you're suffering at all, we're lighting this candle for you. We hope it stays lit. It's not looking good. We keep trying. This is going to, for some people, this may be their favorite part of the show, really, when Robert Blake cannot light a candle. Some people are wondering, how does he survive in life without some basic skills as such? Well, and why would he choose to go live? Why would he not practice it? And I don't know what to tell you. Now I've got a pen that doesn't work. We're lighting it here again with, once again, the Zur Kleinen Hexe. And we're just going to get through this. Candle number 1's going strong. Candle number 2 for all those who are suffering. And candle number 3, aren't we glad I'm not attempting to do this with the guitar in my lap, which was the original intention. Candle number 3 we're lighting for gratitude for all that we do have, and hope for a brighter future when we can get together and dance and socialize and cook and hang out together. And light candles together. We can find people with great candle lighting skills do the candle lighting. And those of us not, with that skill. Oh, I just blew that one out. Okay, all right. Hope is hanging on by a thread, but it's coming around. Oh yeah, hope is coming around. Okay, yeah, it's coming. Hope it can be easy to lose sight of hope in these times here, but we do persevere in the hope department, and we come back around to the suffering as needed. Some people out there are probably pretty happy to see I've graduated to a lighter for this episode. I'm happy to see that. Last week with the matches was really not very good. Of course, I did get some feedback to, well, we're not there. This is live, people. We're doing this in front of you. We've got a lot of skills in this world, but lighting candles is clearly one I'm developing in front of you and everyone. Oh! David, any comments on the candle lighting coming in?
Yeah, Sharon Lauren said, so far, so good, keep safe.
Well, we're back over. We might spend this whole time on candles. So far, so good. I'll tell you, I'm probably spending more time lighting candles than anybody else in the live stream business. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Well, that's why it's a 2-hour show. Because, if it was a 1-hour show, we would never get to music. We'd be focusing just on the candles. I'm exhausted. Well, let's play some tunes. I thought we'd start off with the same tune again. From my friend Eric Peterson, wrote this great song, which says, "Come sit down, we're lamenting yesterday's sad ending, about the water in me whiskey. The brass passed off as gold, another round. We're descending into old-time memory of a day when the wood was wood, silver, silver, gold was gold, sweet home was home." Father bought the farm, we sold the farm, mistook his blood for rusted charm, sold his ghost as an antique to the city. Kids today can't hold a spade, rest in peace you old weary trade. In this world there is no place, such a pity. Well, the barman shakes his head and fills my glass, says you're living. We can't just let that slide, people. I'm dedicated to the candle here. This could be a very long, unusual show if this keeps up. Dripping candle wax everywhere. Barman shakes his head and fills my glass, says you're living in the past. Why preserve a dying craft and its misery? You sigh and say another modern man, one of property not land. So I'll hold out this battered hand. Will you listen? Sit down, we're lamenting yesterday's sad ending, about the water in me whiskey. The brass passed off as gold, another round. We're descending into old-time memory of a day when the wood was wood, silver, silver, gold was gold, sweet home was home. Got a wood stove in his second home, runs off gas that looks like oak. Hell, it even gives off smoke and glowing embers. There's a quilt hung on the wall, reads home sweet home, below some wise words from Thoreau. Call me a throwback when I say remember. Sit down, we're lamenting yesterday's sad ending, about the water in me whiskey. Brass passed off as gold, another round. We're descending into old-time memory of a day when the wood was wood, silver, silver, gold was gold, sweet home was home. Some of these tools are artifacts, endangered species left in tracks. Lock me up behind plastic glass in the city, 'cause there's no going back for me. This antique's rustic eulogy shall be sold as folk artistry. Such a pity. Still I'll never understand. Well, they'll all use their hands, build a step that will withstand an old-time country. But settle for white rooms with colored doors, paper ceilings, plastic floors, luxury boxes where they're stored in what once was country. Come sit down, we're lamenting yesterday's sad ending, about the water in the whiskey. The brass passed off as gold, another round. We're descending into old-time memory of the day when the wood was wood, silver, silver, gold was gold. Come sit down, we're lamenting the century's sad ending, about the water in me whiskey. The brass passed off as gold, another round. We're descending into old-time memory of a day when wood was wood, silver, silver, gold was gold, sweet home was home. Well, I have to tell you, hope is still alive, but only barely hanging on at the moment. Candle number 3, so we're getting there. I'm going to try to not breathe. Oh yeah, that's part of what's happening there. I guess this may be the candle episode after all. David, what's going on out the world there?
Well, Michael O'Leary put some money in the tip jar and said, "This is for a new lighter."
Is it the lighter? Is it the candle? Is it the operator?
We got Chot Anderson watching from Denmark.
Nice! Denmark.
John Longcore says, "Great song to kick off the show. Thank you, Robert. Happy Sunday from work."
Nice. Hey, John. To all my friends in Europe, we're going to be doing a show. Not exactly clear when, but we'll be doing a show that's maybe 8 o'clock your time. Maybe this upcoming week, in a week's time or something like that, we'll be doing a show. So we'll be letting people know. And of course, people can watch it from here too. We'll be doing our concert for Europe at some point. It'll be 11 a.m. here. Saw that Karen was tuning in all the way from Vermont. Made me think of doing this song here. Once again, driving north all on my own. Vermont, of course. I saw a sign. I went in, always open. Pie, all mode Christmas night, on my own in the coffee week. The gas is cheap at this diner, on the road exchanging looks with a girl, nothing more, not my world. Drifting off to conversations, other people's situations. An old friend comes to mind, think to myself, so much time between us through the years, summer suppers, Christmas beers, the bodies move, hearts and minds to all the people. We're entwined, we're entwined. A letter sent. Spirits tossed. Some are kept, some are lost. Through the salt, through the sea, through the sound, and up the streams, where the salmon run when they can, just to die, like the man who runs away, runs along, trying to find the fallen sun, and the night is great. It elevates to a higher place, and then it's gone. The bodies float down the stream to the sailors, and the ships could not return in this. Cafe, piece of pie, to end the day all alone. Coffee too, here's to you, friend, here's to you, here's to you. I'm getting the message. I'm getting the message that some people are having a hard time keeping hope alive right now. That's what this candle is telling me. Well, we're not giving up. We are not giving up. I think I have an idea that the wax needs a way to drip down, which I had not previously provided here. We've got to get that new lighter coming from Michael O'Leary here before too long, but we're going to do it. It's all right. I have had this lighter 5 years. Okay. David, you want to play a little bit?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm warming up here with all this candles burning and everything. I think I'll take the vest off, you know. David's going to join here. I didn't know. We've been taking some requests, and I made a record a long time ago called "A Crowd of Drunken Lovers." We are not allowed to be in a crowd, but we are allowed to be drunk, and we are allowed to love. So I hope that as many of those words you aspire to or enjoy, you're involving yourself in them right now. We have the request for the song "Isadora" off my record called "A Crowd of Drunken Lovers." And I do actually want to do a little bit of a roll call, see who's made it. You know, some people have been showing up every week, and we worry about you if you don't show up. If you hear your name, you definitely need to type something in so we know you're all right. Mary Burchard, Salamander Cinco, Janelle, and Liz. Jim, where do you live? Jim's moving all over the place. Jim Belzini. Jim, how do I say your last name? Now the moment I'm losing it here. Rosemary Nelson, are we out there? Hope you're doing good, Rosemary. Thanks for tuning in. And Ronan Leonard, my buddy for almost 15 years in Cork City. He said he's tuning in for the first time, and he likes this song too. We got some other regulars we'll be checking in with a little bit. Well, let's just say Sherry Hoffman, and of course my folks, Suzanne and Bob, and Peter and Donna Blake. We hope you're tuning in. And my sister, Sarah and Steve and Logan Shinoda, and of course the Lofgrens, David's people way over there in Kittery Point, Maine.
I'm Mom and Dad.
Al and Joan, we hope you're with us. Curly hair, blue eyes, purple jacket, wild smile. She's a girl I see every once in a while. Shy in the morning, keeps out of sight, hates to miss a party, never wants to go to sleep at night. But I think that being shy is just part of a game. Although she wouldn't show it, she probably knows your name. And it would make you so happy just to hear you say it. And when you say hello, she acts as though she didn't hear it. And with a mother who's a student and a dad who couldn't stay, well, she refused to be truant, well, she learned to run away. I know what knows what will happen to his own. She's a bouncing girl who loves to twirl. She runs around laughing almost most of the time, and although she rarely eats all of her meal, she's grabbing for milk, it seems like most of the time. With his uncle in Olympia and a grandfather who fights fires, will she collect Elvis memorabilia or buy a franchise of Fred Myers? I know the future's wide open. There is a door. She writes a place. She knows the words to the story she's about to be told, but she still wants to hear it, it's only natural. Let's start the third verse over, get it right. Nice big doctor with cinder, mechanic with her tools. Well, I've lost the third verse right here going live, but the candle of hope is burning, so it's going to be all right. She likes stories about fairies and princesses too. She likes to play doctor with her friend Cinder, mechanic with her tools. She she knows the words to the story she's about to be told. But it's only natural, 'cause the door is 3 years old. With a mother who's a dancer, that may as well be in the can. Will she be a soccer superstar or an organic fruit juice stand on the wall? Except maybe it's adoring. Maybe some image that is flashed in her eyes will grow into a passion that she cannot deny. Some will call it a calling, some will call it a gift. Some will say it's her upbringing or how her parents' hormones mix. But it doesn't matter what they say, the door's gonna do it anyway. I'm curious to see what she happens to do. Will she write plays about Achilles or hear the call of the flu? And all I know is I love her laugh. You can't go wrong with a laugh like that. And everyone wishes all, and of course I wish all. Yes, of course I wish all the best. For is all the mother gives her all she can, and the grandmother gives her toys. Will she always need a man? Will she be afraid of boys? Oh, all I know is I love her laugh. You can't go wrong with a laugh like that. And everyone wishes all, and of course I wish all the best. For is all. Did this one last week, but I felt like doing it again. You can't see it, but I got a little feather up here right now. 3 weekends ago, I got a call from Sarah Lee Guthrie, who said, "I'm on my way to sing for a Bernie Sanders rally, to sing Which Side Are You On, but I want some updated verses. Could you try to sketch some new verses?" People, I've been waiting my entire life, my entire folk scene life, to get this phone call here. Would you be willing, Robert Sarazin Blake, to sketch some new verses for Which Side Are You On? I was willing, able, and I did it. And I don't believe she used any of them, but it was just like, what do they say? It was nice to be nominated. And I got a bunch of verses. And there's a great, she put together a wonderful, wonderful version. Mike and Ruth added some verses to it. You can find that on Bernie's page. And I have a new song coming out, hopefully this week, that Sarah Lee Guthrie was kind enough to collaborate with me on the song. The song was called Not Me, Us. You can hear a preview version on my website, but the real version's coming out soon with Sarah Lee Guthrie and some, as of yet, not named other singers. Schools all are closed, Broadway theater too. Leadership is failing to give us any clue. If you can get a test, the results take many days, but then your family hides that we're living in a haze. Which side are you on? Which side are you on? The choice couldn't be clear. This moment that we're in, universal health care is how we all can win. Your health is my health, is her health, it's true. Insurance plans have failed us, it's time for something new. Which side are you on? 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 You're feeling alright, cupboard full of food, but your sister got sick and she passed it on to you. She couldn't see the doctor cause she couldn't pay the bill. Stitching time saves 9 when a handshake can kill. Which side are you on? Which side are you on? I went to the hospital, thought I had the COVID. Hospital said no treatment without the MONID. Breathing getting heavy, heartache setting in. Couldn't get no insurance with my precondition. Which side are you on? 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 This is no time to despair. We need courage and good cheer. Bold vision from a leader to guide us out of here. Shall we build a brighter future, or retreat to a past already gone? Two roads lead from where we are. Which side are you on? One question for each of each of us. Which side are you on? A question for each one of us. Which side are you on? Two roads lead from where we are. Which side are you on? If we can weather the storms of November, she'll make it through till spring. Then it'll be sweet summertime. I have to worry about anything. Oh, worry about anything. What if we don't, if the boat don't float? If you go astray, I'll stand there with the wind in my face on out the day. Don't, the boat don't float. If it go astray, I'll stand there with the wind in my face on out there. Because you're not bending and I'm not bent. Our limbs are more like leaves. We're bound to break the pie. These don't take and float on out the sea. Float on out the sea. I'm not bent. My limbs are more like leaves, and they're bound to break the pie. These don't take and float on out the sea. Float on out the sea. Because a couple of years of sweet old memories, the bottom of a bottle of wine, just can't stand up to these waves anymore from you tonight. Anymore from you tonight. But if we can weather the storms in November, she'll make it through till spring. Then it'll be sweet summertime when I have to worry about anything. I'll worry about it. One more time, baby. That's David Bendelofkin right there. He's doing all the tech and he's playing the bow run. That's called a bow run if you're Irish. I'm sorry, I can't say it right. I'm not Irish. I do the best I can there. Woo! It is Palm Sunday. Palm Sunday. Nobody went to Mass on Palm Sunday today. That The president said that by Easter we'll all be fine, but the president is wrong. He's a madman. Let's see. I just want to check in. We've got Aaron Mack. If Aaron Mack is in there, Philip Hoffman, we hope you're out there. We're not sure we can do this if you're not out there. Britt and Mark down in Portland, the newlyweds. We hope they're doing all right. Blair over there in Madison. Let's hear from you. Curtis, Bellingham. I mean, last week Bellingham was late. We're hoping he showed up today. And, of course, Terry and Jennifer Bordeman. We hope they're tuning in with Connie. And Dean Lewis, we're a little worried about you, Dean. We want to make sure you're doing all right. I'm going to do another song or two, and then we're going to have the great Reeb Willms and Caleb Klauder join us from their home. From their kitchen table to your kitchen table, with my kitchen table in between. They'll be joining us. Life, I hope that you will be free from the demons that ravage you, and you are loving me. In my new life, I hope that I will do the things I thought I couldn't, 'cause I was loving you. In your new life, don't forget your old stories. Don't let them get you heavy. Just let them be. My new life, I won't walk with regret, wondering what we'd be if I'd never left. If I'd never left. If I'd never left. In your new life, I hope you will be kind to those who are kind to you. Don't act as though it was all meant for you. In your new life, I hope you will be gentle with your body and your mind. Take it easy in time, not like it was when you were mine. Harshness all the time. Harshness all the time. Harshness all the time. In my new life, I hope I am more patient than I was when I was with you. Open the window, let the trouble blow through. 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 old mountain so high, I'm calling you. From my mountain to your mountain, from my mountain so high, from my mountain to your mountain, from my mountain so high, I'm calling you. From my mountain to your mountain, from my mountain so high, from my mountain to your mountain, from my mountain so high, I'm calling you. That was my tune there called New Life, and I medleyed into a tune by the great Peter Rowan. I had the chance to meet Peter Rowan last summer, and he played this guitar right here, and that makes me smile. And he asked me to play a song for him. It was at VoiceWorks. If you ever get the chance to go to VoiceWorks, Centrum's summer camp for singing, you'll have a very good time. I went there, and I got to hang with Peter Rowan a bit, and he asked me to sing a song for him. And I sang New Life for him there. And he played something, I don't remember exactly what, but I do remember that week he was playing that beautiful tune that I medleyed into, From My Mountain to Your Mountain. So now I'm thinking we're going to go from my table to your table. Back to my table. From my table to your table. We got Klauder Reeb are coming at you all the way from Portland, Oregon. From their table to your table. From my table, here they come. Be back in a little bit.
Now you can hear us.
Oh, let's start over again. Hi, everybody. Thanks, Robert. We just spoke
I just
for...
said the meaningful speech that you all missed. Oh well.
What a treat.
We were planting some seeds in the garden while we listened to the concert. Now we're in our house, and the computer's sitting on our kitchen table, kind of like Robert's looking at us. And we decided we were going to come up with a theme for today, so because of the pictures that are on our piano, we thought we would do songs from Mr. George Jones and the Carter family, and maybe a couple from Caleb, originals. So we'll start out with one from George Jones and Melba Montgomery called I Jumped the Mississippi.
be alright. Oh yes indeed, everything will be alright. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. Well, today's show, as far as from our household, is brought to you by Chowdy Bread. Yes, we've been making chowdy bread here in the Cully neighborhood for almost 3 weeks now. It's the finest bread in the Cully neighborhood, at least on Campaign Street. So thank you, Chowdy Bread, for supporting the show today.
Indeed.
We're going to do something from the Klauder family.
That's right.
Let's do that.
We followed Robert's lead and lit some candles. We lit them before we got on just to make sure it would work. So we got them burning back there behind Caleb. What are you going to play there, Caleb?
Let's do a little lonesome song.
It's funny, we have my computer going with the feed that you're watching. And we're about, maybe a minute. I'm watching myself play the last song right now. It's kind of weird. Okay.
Song from the Klauder family. This is Mother Maybell. We'll play one more tune and hand you back over to Robert Blake. Here's a tune that we wrote when we were hanging out in New Zealand. This is a little tune I wrote on the mandolin called 7 Days Long.
That's way shorter than coronavirus quarantine.
back over to Robert and hear a song or two from him. And then we'll be trading off back and forth with Robert for the rest of the show. So stay tuned. This is Reeb Willms.
And this is Caleb Klauder.
Thank you for those wonderful tunes and songs. Nice to see both your smiling faces in this time of relative seclusion. We're hanging out in different ways. And yes, there's some questions coming in there. We got the Venmo and we got the tip jar going, and we're sharing all that. We got a lot of noise in the background there. We got yes, we were cutting through the static there. The Venmo and the PayPal money that comes in, we're spreading that around to all of us here. So send it to me and I send it to them. You can trust me, they can trust me, and I can trust myself. They did a tune called 7 Days Made Me Think of this song I have here, not yet released. It's called Bridges. We'll send it out to everybody who's still working, which is a lot of people, you know. Even at 30% unemployment, that means 70% are still working. And some people are working in some very newly dangerous environments, so we appreciate them so much. I'm all by bridges that fill me with wonder, that fill me with awe. Don't neglect the grandeur. Hands pour the pilings, smooth concrete. Lifted the stones, played out the vision of the eyes of the desk, pencil in hand, cup of coffee, paper and calculation. Architect with the plans, artist with the design, engineer with equations, men and women of desire. Politicians pass legislation, funding bills, the ways and means. Tax collector collected, clerk carried the one, put it in the right pile. You paid the bill in April, and put it off. The addition didn't have the money, maybe next year, so we could all get somewhere else, other end of the valley, across the Russian River, Lake Pontchartrain, the orchards and fields, redwood trees, piers out in the ocean, ships across seas. And if it's rain, we might not notice. If the radio's strong, we might not see. Just take it for granted, all that's expanded, all the hands it took to get to the other side. I'm awed by bridges. And what we're going to do now is pass it back and forth between myself and down there in Portland, Caleb and Reed. So take it away, Caleb and Reed.
All right, we're back. It's the handoff game. Thanks, Robert. All right. Well, we said we were going to be singing George Jones and Carter Family and some original stuff. So I think it's back to a George Jones, or songs about George Jones.
George, what should we play?
George says, play Go Away With Me.
All right. Robert?
Hey, beautiful tune over there, beautiful. We're getting a lot of feedback here on levels and everything, but believe me, David Penderlofgren of the Bell Pod Network is working overtime to get everything dialed in. It's a lot to do to turn my one-bedroom apartment into a television studio, so just bear with us. We're going to keep the song swap going, and songs coming for you here on this Sunday evening, middle of the night if you're in Europe. I hope Denmark's still hanging in. Is Salamander Cinco in the house or what in Mullingar? Salamander's been so loyal for the last two, I don't know. A little bit of a love song coming from Portland. Oh, I'll meet you in that department. Sometimes I could buy a house and I don't even look. Sometimes I could buy a house and don't get shook. Sometimes I could buy a house, I don't look up the window to see if the light is on, see if the light is on. Sometimes I go by a house and I don't see a car. Sometimes I go by a house and I don't see a bike. Sometimes I drive by a house I got other things on my mind. I'm wondering where you are, wondering where you are. Sometimes I pour a glass of red and I don't think about you. In the evening after dinner, I don't think about you. Later when the stars are shining, we're just shining too. Put my head down on the pillow, I don't think about you. Sometimes I get up and I feel pretty good. Sometimes I get up, it's understood. There's a lightness in my voice and there's a lightness in the air. These spikes on my shoes, the bricks on my feet, the yoke on my shoulder, harness to my ribs. Pull this cart of trash, pull this and that, dirty floors and photographs, phrases and fragrances, ocean breezes, mountain ranges, dinner times and night times, bread, bacon, and a broken oven, sister's spawn, brother's wedding, marquette, alternate, all of it down the core, heavy laden iron ore, molecules and protons, neutrons and ions, the first life, the last breath. It isn't even there. It isn't even there. It isn't even there. And how about we get 2 songs from Caleb and Reeb on this next coming around?
All right.
Woo-hoo.
Thanks, Robert.
We need to get our baseball mitts out so we can play catch and throw it back and forth to Robert. We're going to send this one out to our friend Minky Rose. She's down the street. We love her lots. She actually taught me how to make bread. My first loaf of proper, successful bread was a FaceTime tutorial with Minky Rose. It took us all day. We had about 7 or 8 little video chats and we figured it out. So
We love you, Rose.
by day 3 or 4 of making bread, I was getting requests for me to teach people how to make bread like I was some kind of pro, which I'm not. So I owe it all to Minky Rose. We're gonna stray from the Carter family and George for a little bit and do one from Steve Earle called "Nothing Without You."
Come
can't say what's in my heart. Am a poet just the same every time I speak your name? I'm just a shadow when I'm blue. No, I'm nothing without you. No, I'm nothing without you. It don't matter what I do, if I win or if I lose. Sweetheart, I'm nothing without Oh, no, I'm nothing without you. It don't matter what I do, if I win or if I lose. Sweetheart, I'm nothing without you, if I win or if I lose. Sweetheart, I'm nothing without you. All right, y'all. Hang tough. All right. Sing another one for you. We're going to sing another song.
All right. I
Me
feel
and-
like we should have an applause, like a canned applause button, Caleb.
The crowd is going crazy. The neighbors have gathered around.
It's really weird to play to you all, but we're really just playing to our empty living room. But
We hope you're all enjoying yourselves and keeping yourselves busy and entertained in different ways. I cut down a giant cherry tree in our backyard yesterday. That was pretty exciting.
we're getting lots of home projects done. All the things we never have time for are getting done. That's a good thing.
Starting to write some new music.
Yeah.
Trying to get Reeb to sing her new song, but it's not quite ready yet, I think. Coming soon.
Yeah.
Let's do some more George Jones. Or some more Carter Family.
I think we're down to back to the Carter family.
Let's sing that Lonesome Homesick Blues.
All right.
Here's one from Mother Maybelle and Sarah Carter. AP might have joined in there a little bit, but I don't think too much on this one. The Lonesome Homesick Blues. Oh, I've got the lonesome homesick blues. I've got a mad babe down in my shoes. I left someone there that I might lose. That's why I've got these old homesick blues. It makes me homesick to hear your name and hold you dear in my arms again. I'm gonna ride that old lonesome train till when I left back in Mason Street. You told me once, dear, you loved me so. Now it's on my mind everywhere I go. I'll soon be knowing if it is so, or has your love for me grown cold? Oh, listen to that old lonesome train. It's gonna carry me back again to the one that told me their love was true. I'll spend the rest of my days with you. On some homesick
There you have it.
words.
I'll send that one out to my parents out on the farm.
Caleb Klauder and Reeb Willms coming at you live. I thought they were going to play from the kitchen table, but they appear to be in their parlor. Not sure, they're going to have to explain that on the next round. Reeb used to live right here in the most northwest corner, the most northwest city, the most northwest state in the lower 48, Bellingham, my home. But now she lives down there in the city of Roses, the city of Bridges. Caleb used to be from Washington State too, but he's also living down there in the city of Roses, the city of Bridges. I've been a fan of Caleb's for a long time, and I'm not the only one. There was a point maybe about 10 years ago where every time you were at an after party or jam session of some sort, everybody was playing a Caleb Klauder song. That was my experience, and so he crept his way into this song here about New York. Send the song out to all of our friends in the city of New York. They're densely populated over there. We got a little more room to stretch out here in the northwest corner. We called ourselves broke as we ordered another. Booking agent said already booked up our summer. All we had to do was write another Darlene Hummer in our winter in New York, our winter in New York. We were fine sleeping in the same bed. Jam sessions were packed and the after parties after. Scoresby was backed by bottles of lager. Everyone was trying to write the song that everyone would cover. Cutting the grass of Caleb Klauder in our winter in New York, our winter in New York. No one wrote about politics, Tibor to bother. News gave us no clues, it was not what we were after. We were all wrapped up in writing songs about each other in our winter in New York, our winter in New York. Everyone was in love, the cold air killed the blues. Everyone went home with someone, Jefferson went home with two. In our winter in New York, our winter in New York. Sublets got let, everyone went out on tour. Some went to France, had the soup du jour. The days got warmer, and the nights got shorter. Before it was gone, it was over. Our winter in New York, our winter in New York. And we were fine asleep in the same bed.
Hi, everybody. Back again. All right. This is fun. We get a little downtime. We get to have a glass of wine. Cheers, everybody. It is happy hour
It is.
here in Portland, at least. But it's happy hour where you are. We're gonna do a couple songs in this set here.
Well, we did say we would do some originals. I think we should do maybe a Caleb Klauder tune.
All right. Let's do that little Stagecoach Rush. I've been having lots of fun teaching mandolin, just some online sessions with people have been signing up for that. And Mark Vosberg out in Montana has been checking out this tune that I wrote, and he's been asking some really great questions. So I'll be showing him all my secrets for this little tune called Stagecoach Rush that I wrote. for you. Get something else going here.
Want to do Innocent Road or something like that?
Let's do Last of My Kind. We had a request for that.
Okay.
All right. There's been a few requests coming in. We appreciate that. Thank you so much.
This one's written by Paul Birch. I'm having trouble thinking of the hot
Yeah.
steps. Yep. Okay. Today I came to realize I am the last of my kind. I know all my papa ever knew in half the time. I don't believe my papa meant for me to be the last of my kind. It seems the keenness pioneers disappear at the worst times. If there were a librarian to the earth on me, she'd place a sign. Treat with care, don't crease or tear. I am the last of my kind.
who's at home right now playing along with Caleb and Reeb. You don't get that much of an opportunity to play as a trio with Caleb and Reeb, you know? So here I was just sitting here playing along with them. They did a beautiful waltz here, and I'll do a waltz too. Of course, they have these Alaskan fans, and I love the Alaskan fans. They're very geography oriented, and I have to let them know that Reeb used to live in my town, which is in the most northwest corner, most northwest city, most northwest state in the lower 48. Lauren Carroll was concerned about that, although Lauren Carroll put out the welcome, said come on up, and maybe we will, you never know, we might take this show on the road. In fact, the show's been on the road. The show is only now newly in the kitchen table television show, the last of my kind. Do one off my record called Still Kissing Last Night's Smoke-Stained Lips. Let it roll, let it sway, let it slide, let it step, some fall towards forgiveness, but I ain't falling yet. Fall towards forgiveness again. I was down in the bottom, I'd fallen from the top. The middle was indifferent till I got up to forgiveness again. I went back for something I could not be without. All I found was the bottom until it gave out, gave on out to forgiveness again. So come back home, sunshine, the door's open yet. Fall where you want to, I just don't want to forget. Forgiveness again. send it back to Caleb and Reeb for one more time. Give us 2 or 3. Give us a few more blasts there from Portland. And thanks very much to Caleb and Reeb. They're going to give us some songs. And we got the jar going. And if I'm still on, am I still on here? Am I gone? I'm still here. Everybody, we got the jar going, and we're spreading that between Caleb and Reeb and ourselves. So thanks for spending your Sunday evening with us here. We are celebrating the social distancing. We're distant, but we're still being social. Caleb and Reeb.
George Jones and the Carter family. That's Reeb. I'm Caleb. Wait, that was backwards. All right, we're back. Oh boy, this is fun. I think Reeb mentioned it earlier. We can't exactly hear what Robert's playing because we're not in the same place, obviously, and we're hoping that there's fluidity within the show here for you all. And Robert's a good friend of ours. He's up in Bellingham, Washington, and he puts on the Subdued Stringband Jamboree every year in July. We've been in August. We've been there a few times over the last 7 or 8 years. Reeb's been there a lot of times when she used to live in Bellingham.
It's my home fest.
So thanks again, Robert, for hosting us. He'll be doing a lot more of these. We've been kind of nervous about trying to organize this ourselves because we're kind of Luddites as far as the computer goes. So we're really thankful that Robert and David, who is a technician behind all this, you heard him playing the Bowron earlier, are making this happen. So thanks, you guys. Thanks so much.
You're breaking the ice for us.
All right. We know there's so many of you out there watching. This is really fun. Thanks for checking and tuning in and checking it out. We can't see you, but we can kind of feel you. We can sense you're out there.
We can feel you.
We can feel you. Feel your love. This next song is an original one that I wrote a long time ago, and my good friend Betsy Ellis came all the way out from Kansas City, Missouri. She was in the band called the Wilders then, and she came out to Portland, Oregon, and helped us record this track. So I'll play Betsy's parts on the mandolin, and Reeb, you can sing Betsy's part. All right?
Okay.
This one goes out to all those COVID-19 victims who can't go on dates because you need to social distance. So this one, Can I Go Home With You, Sweetheart? Sorry, but not right now. Oh, can I go home with you, sweetheart? Can I go home with you? Well, I see you walk around the room. I watch every little thing you do. You talk to everybody, and you do it with such style. Can I go home with you, sweetheart, and stay with you a while? Always dark and cold, and there's no message on my phone. I wonder how I got this way. I've never seen you smile. And I go home with you, sweetheart, and stay with you a while. If I go home with you, sweetheart, I promise I'll be true. 'Cause you take away my troubles, take away my little heartache blues. Of all the other girls I know, you beat them by a mile. And I go home with you, sweetheart, and stay with you a while. Oh, if I go home with you, sweetheart, there'll be no more blue nights. 'Cause when we go walking hand in hand, everything is gonna be alright. Well, I sit here hoping for the day that we walk down the aisle. And I go home with you, sweetheart, and stay with you a while. Yeah.
Maybe in a few months.
Maybe in a few months. Yeah. All right.
Back
Cool.
to you, Robert.
No, we're gonna do a couple more
2
here.
more.
I
All
think.
right. Cool.
All right. Great. Reebs, back to you.
Oh boy. Let's do. Oh, I don't know. I'm stumped. What do you got? Any
Stumped?
requests? Yeah.
I like all your songs, Reeb. Let's do that Working Girl Blues.
Okay.
Oh, Hazel Dickens song for you.
Yeah. We'll send them out to all the working girls that can't work right now. They're sitting at home. 1, 2, 3. I got the early Monday morning working blues. I put on my ragged, worn out working shoes. Yeah, the weekend was too short, but I can't choose. When the Lord made the working girl, He made the blues. Said I'm tired of working my life away and giving somebody else all of my pay. Well, they get rich on the profits that I lose, leaving me here with the working girl blues. I feel like working girl blues. I can't even afford a new pair of shoes. How they can live in any old penthouse they choose. And all that I've got is the working girl blues. My boss said raises do most any pay. And I wonder, will my hair be all turned gray before he turns that dollar loose and I get my dues and lose a little bit of these working girl blues. Said I'm tired of working my life away and giving somebody else all of my pay. Well, they get rich on the profits that I lose, leaving me here with the working girl blues. I feel like working girl blues. I can't even afford a new pair of shoes. How they can live in any old penthouse they choose. And all that I've got is the working girl blues.
All right. Cool. Well, maybe we'll play a fiddle tune for you.
Yeah, Caleb, get out the fiddle.
This is a fiddle tune that comes from a fiddler up in, well, he's not alive anymore, but it's from the northern part of Virginia, up there near D.C. His name was John Ashby. He played this tune called the Fox Chase Reel. Box chaser. All right, everybody, we're having fun here at home. Back to you, Robert Blake.
Being that we're swapping songs around the table and I am here, you know, in my one-bedroom apartment, and we got a couple on the other end, I thought I would do my number here called Couples. Couples eating dinner. With a couple of arms around each other. In bars and in parks, you can find couples pushing shopping carts. Invited to events as a twosome. Live in apartments and condominiums. Couples talk openly to each other. They tell each other things friends told them in confidence. It's understood that you can say anything in a couple. A couple of beers, a couple of teachers, all got together in the eve. Roll into a couple. For those of you who have not seen the show before, you play a role. And though we're in different rooms, you have to play the role in your room, so get into it, have fun with it. So I go, and you go. You ready? A couple people got it. Yeah, I think a couple people got it. Where were we? That's right. All right. Couples got secrets they share. Nobody knew that a couple of hippies were a couple of heirs. Couples get in fights and couples work things out. Some couples in counseling will tell you this is what being in a couple, it is all a couples get together with other couples. They say, hi! How are you? How long have you two been, Do you think they're getting it up there in Alaska?
I hope so.
I'd say so, yeah. I understand that in Alaska you might want to be coupled. You don't want to get coupled. Well, actually, I learned this in the Yukon that come October is a good time to get coupled up. I learned that when I toured in the Yukon. Want to get back to the Yukon, want to get back to Alaska, but nobody's going anywhere right now. Where were we? Couples talk openly to each other. A couple get fights to work things out. It's all about summer concerts in the park. Best in groups divisible by two.
It's true.
Old couples go home early day. Young couples stay out long after dark. To do what? To listen to the radio. To listen to the radio. Just like you do, you know, to listen to the ride. You can sing along with us now, to listen to the ride. Just like you do when you go home from a Caleb and Reeb Klauder concert. Wow, that's a little bit tough to say. A Caleb and Reeb, yeah, that's because I put the words in the wrong place. A Caleb and Reeb Klauder concert. But you wouldn't say that, you would say Reeb and Caleb Klauder concert. 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 I can say it. It's not so hard. You go home from a concert and you put on Van Morrison St. Dominic's Preview. Over the side, he put on Listen to the Lion, arguably the best track on St. Dominic's Preview. Although some people say almost Independence Day is a stronger track. But I didn't come here to argue. I didn't come here to fight. I came here to sing. I hope you're singing there with me. I hope you're opening your window now. Spring is coming. Even in Alaska, spring is coming. You're going to sing with me too. Listen to the Lion, just like you do when you come home from a Reeb and Caleb Klauder concert and smoke what is considered in my state a perfectly legal marijuana cigarette, which you buy at my state an essential business, which is the pot shop. It is an essential business. business. And let me tell you, for people who smoke a lot of pot, it is absolutely essential for them to keep smoking pot in this situation. Come home, smoke pot, put on the record, you sing along. And what are you singing? To listen to the lion. To listen to the lion. Can I hear in St. Louis? Is Henry in the house? To listen to the lion. Here in Portland, Oregon, Britain, Mark, all right. To listen to the lion. Can I hear you up there in Alaska, way up in Alaska? To listen to the lion. Up north, the race is on. To listen to the lion. A couple of tickets could be cheaper than two. Well, like a Noah's Ark, what we're here to do. Get in a couple and think like one. Get in a fight and get short tongue. Work it out what you ought to do. A couple makes a kid, the kid gets coupled up too. Oh shit, I don't think everybody followed along. It's a long song, you gotta hang in. This is like marathon listening for those of you used to short songs. It's a long song. You gotta remember, at this part we go. Yeah, it's coming back to you. Couples. They switch things up. Couple. A couple falls apart. Bad luck. But some couples stick to the guns. Some couples are in for the bucks. Maybe just the fun. Couples have met at live stream events. You know, they go to the live stream event and they're watching the music and they start chatting about things like gardening and cherry trees and what's for dinner, and all of a sudden they're in a little chat back and forth, and they can't meet anyways, so they're just chatting away. When did you cut your cherry tree? I cut my cherry tree. This sort of thing. It's in the spin. I saw it there. People, they meet each other. You know, they kind of like the way they talk about gardening. So couples meet at live stream concerts and in other strange situations. Couple gets married, everybody says, congratulations, United Nations, salutations, a great sensation, an ancient expedition, a classic combination. A couple of queens is a pretty good bet, but they can't get married in the Catholic Church, not yet. A couple of dudes is more often than not, or walks home taking the whole damn pot. A couple of singles went out to dance. They met a couple of dancers and then took a chance. Somebody got out the credit card at the end of the night, and everybody walked away in a brand new couple. And they were singing, dude. Let me hear you now, Alaska, come on. I'm looking at you, Lane Carroll. I'm looking at you, Britton Mark. I'm looking at you, Will. I'm looking at you, everybody. Couple of nice shots gets the night started. Couple condoms used when the couple parted. Couple of aspirin to kill the pain, kept by the bed back to sleep again. Couple more hours ought to do the task. A couple of kisses makes the moment last. Next day got a couple things to do. Send a text message, I have been thinking about you. Like this, someone asks how long since you two kissed. You tell a friend, she tells I better hide. Don't tell anyone, both you laugh. Last name's dropped and nearly forgotten. First names get an N between them. I'll stop now. But I think this will go on forever. That is my song, Couples. We're going to have one more little blast from Caleb and Reed. Thank you very much for being part of this show. This is called Robert Sarazin Blake from the Kitchen Table. I'm Robert Sarazin Blake. This is the Kitchen Table. Each Sunday we have friends of ours pipe in. We get to hang out together in a very unusual way. Hear their music, they hear a bit of ours, and we all hang together. So a little blast from them, and then we'll wrap this thing up. Thanks for spending your Sunday night with us, Caleb and Reeb.
All right, everybody. How's it going? We're back. I think we're going to play 2 songs.
Are we?
Yeah. Unless they cut us off, but we have two queued up. 2 songs sounds good, okay? And thanks again to David and Robert for hosting this and making this all happen behind the scenes. And you just heard them both playing, so on the scene as well. A big shout out to our friend Larry Barnwell. He requested this next song. He also shared with us this wonderful photo of this wonderful gentleman here in the middle. We've moved from the top shelf down to the main shelf here.
Mr. Bill Monroe.
Mr. Bill Monroe. And this song is a Dolly Parton song, so we're going to send this one out to Reeb's niece and nephew, Trayson and Josie. They've been listening to Dolly Parton read books
At night.
at night.
Good
'cause
night,
Dolly's been
Dolly.
reading books. So if you want some bedtime, story time, check out Good Night with Dolly. But
Hi,
here's,
Trayson. Hi, Josie.
here's one from
And
Larry,
Mansion
from Larry
Travis.
Barnwell. Rockin' Years, 2, 3. I'll do everything I can to make you proud that I'm your man. Oh, I'll fulfill all your fantasies. I guess we're promising a lot, but for now, that's all we've got. I'll stand by you through these rocking years. Oh, rocking chairs, rocking babies, rock-a-bye, rock of ages. Side by side, we'll be together always. And if you hold me tight when you love me, that's all I will ask of you. I'll stand by you through these rocking years. Oh, I'll be your friend, I'll be your lover. Until the end, there'll be no other. And my heart has only room for one. And yes, I'll always love you. Yes, I'll always be there for you. And I'll stand by you through these rocking years. Oh, rocking chairs, rocking babies, rock-a-bye, rock of ages. Side by side, we'll be together always. And if you hold me tight when you love me, that's all I will ask of you. I'll stand by you through these rocking years. Rocking chairs, rocking babies, rock-a-bye, rock of ages. Side by side, we'll be together always. And if you hold me tight when you love me, that's all I will ask of you. I'll stand by you through these rocking years. Oh, I'll stand by you through these rocking years. Rocking years. All right. That's for Larry Barnwell. Thank you, Larry. We have one more song for you, folks. Thanks again, Robert, for hosting this from the kitchen table. I think he's doing this quite a few more times. So if you like this, just see who he's got on next time. Follow Robert Sarazin Blake. You can also check out our website. We got little things going on here and there. We're both teaching lessons, guitar and singing, and I'm doing some mandolin and guitar lessons. So if you're interested, get a hold of us. And
keep your eye out. We might do an online concert of our own.
yeah. Oh, we're gonna be doing a happy hour on Monday. Our friend Gabrielle McCrae from the Horse Necks is hosting a happy hour.
April 13th.
It's April 13th, Monday, April 13th. So stay tuned for that. And here's a little Jimmy Martin song. Talks about George Jones, and that's kind of why we had our theme going today. It was George Jones and Carter family. And anyways, here's the last song.
We rewrote a few of the words. Larry, you might notice.
2, 3, 4. There you go.
For a long time now, I've been trying to make a go. Picking and singing on a country show. I've traveled far with a little bit of pay. Sowed a lot of oats, I didn't make much hay. Been downhearted enough to quit. But somehow it never happened till yet. I'm gonna quit this picking. I don't have a dime. It's always wait until the next time. This is the last song I'll sing. The last song I'm ever gonna write. The last song I'm ever gonna play on old guitar. On this old stage tonight. I think I'll quit and never play no more. That's when luck knocks on my door. It don't take long till I'm back on the go.
Come on, Luck.
Always seem to take one more show. We live in cheap hotels and ride in big fine cars. We don't sleep much and we drive real far. The steaks we eat are the ground up kind, but they hold me over just one more time. This is the last song I'll sing. The last song I'm ever gonna write. The last song I'm ever gonna play on my old guitar. On this old stage Our hopes are high for that one break. Added magic is all it'll take. A lonesome song sung sweet and low. That's what makes a country show. Makes it hard to quit as the days go round. But I don't want to steal when the sun goes down. When I hear George sing out of my mind, I gotta try it just one more time. Well, this is the last song I'll sing. The last song I'm ever gonna write. The last song I'm ever gonna play on my old guitar. On this old stage tonight. Well, this is the last song I'll sing. The last song I'm ever gonna write. The last song I'm ever gonna play on my old guitar. On this old stage tonight.
Thank you all.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Take care out there. Stay safe and healthy.
That is Reeb Willms and Caleb Klauder. Thank you, my friends, for playing. Beautiful as always. Always so nice to hear you both singing and playing. Hey. And somebody wrote in asking about the paintings on the wall, so I just thought I'd fill you in a little bit. I always bring my family with me wherever I go. I go all over. only barely been to Alaska, but I go all over the United States and Ireland and Germany. This is my first year not going to Germany. I miss my German friends. Always bring my family with me. When I'm at home, I got the family on the wall. This is my Uncle Warner's painting right up here. And if you really zoom in, you can see a photo of me about 10 years old with that same painting up in the corner there. That was at my dad's house. Down here, we got my grandmother, Anita May. It's her painting there. Over here, we got, on the far, far left, that's a painting of Lou Reed by the great Hamel on Trial. If you've not heard Hamel on Trial, ooh, you're lucky. You get to hear him now. Check him out for the first time, Hamel on Trial. This is a painting by my Aunt Sarah Blake. We got more paintings from her over here. This one's up in the wall there. And that's her bower on that hangs on the wall. She's no longer on the living side of life, but she's still in the band. We got a picture of her there on the wall playing harmonica, and she believes that Bernie beats Trump. So we got Bernie beating Trump right up there above her head. Way over the corner, we got some art from the Jefferson Hamer and A.S. Mitchell album, Child Ballads. And right next to me, to my left, we have the ringboard that I bought in Cork City. Ronan Leonard said he was going to tune in tonight. Maybe he's still awake. It's very, very, very late in Ireland right now, but it's coming into 2 a.m. Got the ringboard. I'm terrible playing rings, even from right here. See how I do? Not much of a ring player. This song is about two things. I'll let you figure it out on your own. It's on the new record, or is it? I don't know. A lot of confusion. I want to tell you about this photo that I got last night. Put your hands together, David Penderloff for company. I want to tell you about this photo that I got last night. Oh, but you're gone, you're gone, you're gone. Only you would get it right. Well, you're gone, you're gone, you're gone. I can see the way your eyes would light up, kind of like a question we both lie. I want to tell you the story of this photo that I got last night. Oh, but you're gone, you're gone, you're gone. And two dancers at a seaside bar. They were gorgeous, they were tribals, they were dressed like mid-century movie stars. One from the Ukraine, one from Kazakhstan. The salty air was saying summer in Siam. That's when I got this photo that I took last night. Oh, the breeze was blowing us on to a little after party after the bar last night. Had to keep it going. Past the guitars, night started to sway. We sang the sunny side of the street, and we sang side A. Played a few violins, and I made them both cry. Kissed some hands on the cheek, second night goodbye. I want to see this photo that I got last night. Oh, you're gone, you're gone, you're gone. When I get home, you won't be there anymore. Well, you're gone, you're gone, you're gone. You're on the other side with the angels and saints. For the trees, the breeze, the waves, the flames. I hope you're at peace and there's no pain at your door. But I can't tell you my stories anymore. And I want to tell you the story of this photo that I got last night. But you're gone, you're gone, you're gone. We've been leaving you with this song right here. It just seems like the best way to leave it each week. I hope everybody's making the best of this weird time. Getting some books read. I have to admit I did no reading this week on The Path Between the Seas. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, on episode 1, I said I was going to attempt to read a book that's been on my shelf for years that I hadn't even really considered reading. And that is a book called The Path Between the Seas, about the building of the Panama Canal. Salamander Cinco wrote in and said she's reading a book by Anthony Bourdain, and Liz and Janelle up in Abbotsford wrote in that they're reading something about Sherlock Holmes. Nobody else admitted what they were attempting to read, but I hope that those who did not admit are doing better than those who did admit, because I'm not doing very well. We will get through this. We will be dancing again with strangers at the Black Pot Music Festival at the, how do we say it, Caleb? Failado? Caleb and Reed put on a festival in Portland, I believe it's called Failado, where you go and you dance with strangers. Sounds more sort of exotic than there is. I mean, it's actually dancing is something that is done with strangers or friends. You know, you go to the bar, you go to the dance, and you dance with people. It's just dancing. It's a nice thing. We can't do that right now. So we're joining each other from our little computer stations. Some people are cooking their Sunday dinners. We're going to go watch the sunset after this. Sun is setting between 7 and 8 o'clock here in the Pacific Northwest. In the most northwest corner, the most northwest city, most northwest state in the lower 48. It's probably a little bit later up there for our friends in the most northwest state above the 48, for our Alaskan friends. We'll leave you with a song from our Irish friends. Hank Waddell and Cork City wrote this song. Well, it's great to see you, because we thought you were dead. You come back to life, to get out of your bed. It's great to see you. Was that your ghost? We thought you were gone, burnt toast. It's great to see you. Whisper nothing, sing softly on your ear. Try not to cut short the moment that's here. Shadow it might be, the feeling's clear. I couldn't ask for anything more. It's all about the times we share. It's all about the times we share. It's great to see you. Was that your goal? Great to see you. Are you gonna stay? Are you here for the long night? Are you leaving at the break of day? It's great to see you. Yeah, it's true. It's great to see you. It's great to be near you. It's all about the times we share. It's all about the times we share. It's all about the times we share. Now what I need you to do is go over to your window, open up your window so the neighbors can hear you. You're going to sing along. It's going to feel good to sing along. You're not alone. You're distanced, but we can still be social. You're not alone, so the neighbors hear you singing. They're going to worry about you a little bit, but that's good, you know what I mean? Imagine they're just sitting there reading the paper or something, you know, and they're hearing you through the window singing It's All About the Times We Share, while you are perceivably all alone. But you're not all alone. We're all together all alone here through the screens making music together. Next Sunday is the one and only John Elliott. He's sheltering in place in San Francisco. We got Sierra Farrell on the line. She's going to be coming in before too long. And my buddy Lewis Ledford is just over there in Cornwall Heights. He'll be joining. Let's do one more chorus. Thanks for being with us. Caleb and Reed, throw a few bucks in the jar. We're going to be spreading it around. They're going to be buying more ingredients to attempt making more loaves of bread. But I got to tell you something. If you're talking about sourdough and you're not talking to Lucky Brown, then you're not talking about sourdough. I see a lot of people on Facebook talking about sourdough. If you want to know about sourdough, you got to talk to the one and only Lucky Brown. Lucky Brown, Lucky Brown, Lucky Brown. He's the trumpet player in the band. He's sheltering in place over there in Port Angeles. He'll answer all of your sourdough questions. Where are we? We're wrapping up, Robert. That's what we're doing. That's right. It's all about the times we share. Are you singing? Let me hear you. All right. It's all right, one more time together. It's all about the times we share. It's all about the times we share. See you next week.